Hello and greetings, my fellow Long Darkians, and we're doing a quick update on the hotfix to Long Dark, updating to version 1.36. Yeah, addressing some of the issues, of course, is the big Vigilant Flame update, which is more of a hotfix. They kind of use the word update. It's more, yeah, it's just a lot of hotfix. There's a lot of bug fixes, etc. We're going to go through all of these. Nothing, new content, etc. There's some nice stuff in here I think you're going to like. Yeah, first up, they did add a new pop-up warning to prevent players from accidentally eating raw meat or fish when selecting from the radio menu. So that's a nice touch. You're not going to accidentally eat raw meat. I think that should have been in the game. I complained about this a few times. I think it should have been in the game a long time ago. But now you're not going to accidentally, yeah. You still apparently can if you really need to, but yeah, hopefully you never have to. Also, they completed a tuning pass on several cooking variables, so the cooking time should be more balanced more closely. They're not identical to the values before the flame update. So your manually cooking will be a little bit better with the real-time cooking. So maybe not quite so drastic, like 2 hours to cook a piece of bear meat. Seems a little much, but after a while you kind of got used to it. So it'll be interesting to see this easier cooking style in our next episode of Long Dark Interloper. They did fix some issues causing players to get stuck in the bowl object on the second floor of the camp office. So now Raph did this in tweet. So actually, you can go get shit done now. His words, not mine. Just saying. But alright, gameplay fixes as well. Survival mode. They fixed buffer memories missing the exam option in the survival mode. So I didn't run across any that I couldn't, but maybe there was some that I just couldn't see. Winter Mute. They added a new cooking meat tutorial to increase the clarity and around uses for raw meat and cooked meat in the game. I'd hope you know how to do that already in life, but if you don't, it's there for you. Wait a minute, they removed the metal shard at the opening of the episode 1, so that you just do that. You don't have to quick time it or anything. Quick time event. I guess people thought that was too hard. Fix not being able to stand up from crashing when in a tunnel or a cave. I didn't actually notice that one myself. They fixed an issue where injured bears reset their status when players enter an interior or past time. This is actually a big one to talk about because I always thought this was a feature for a long time. I guess that apparently is a bug. That's been around since bears came into play. So I know we were just talking about that in the comments earlier this week. Yeah, that's actually, I've always thought that was intended. That's good when they've always come across it. But I guess now they'll still be wounded and can bleed out, so you can go inside. Actually, I had something coming up in tomorrow's episode of the Long Dark Interloper that dealt with that issue, so that is very interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's another favorite of mine. We might have to go back to Desolation Point. Fix not being able to pass time when cooking ruined meat. So, we can actually cook ruined meat now and pass time. Oh, thank God, because that would have been a long, kind of doing busy work. Fixed hatchet becoming instantly ruined when breaking down a table with a camp stove on top of it. Oh, interesting. I didn't run across that one, but you never know. Top slot for drinks and radio menu is no longer reserved for water only. Ooh, interesting. I get a little confusing, but player's last cooking pot will no longer drop during a struggle. Oh, that's also that's a couple things I've never had happen. Fixed inaccurate crafting times when there are fewer than 2 hours remaining to finish crafting an item. They also fixed melting stone not progressing to boiling if a player leaves the region. And there's another interesting one. Fixed unsafe water not continuing to boil if a stove is relit. I had done that before, but I hadn't noticed it, I guess. Fixed improperly focused camera when harvesting a moose. Fixed quantity of water display in radio menu and backpack not matching. I didn't come across that. Must be kind of a rare bug. Fixed issues causing players to be unable to cancel fishing in certain scenarios. Fixed notes in inspection mode missing the ability to scroll. Fixed issue causing the zoom option to be missing from the map when using the Steam controller. Fixed issue causing inconsistency around which players can perform when inside a snow shelter. Ooh, which kind of action? I'm going to have to test that out a little bit more. Fixed being unable to place water inside caves. I've actually been able to... That must be a very rare, not happen to everyone. Adjusted space around placed items so players can arrange them closer together. That's actually pretty cool, because that's one of the big things. You can't actually get items... You can drop it all down together, but if you try to place it next to something, it's always a pain in the butt. So that's actually really good quality of life for me anyway. Because it's interesting to see how many new designs and stuff people come up with as well. And then we'll get on to the art changes as well. Numerous environment fixes. Numerous fixes to locations where players can become stuck in the game world. Fix missing texture on the fishing line gear item. And survival mode, fish graphical corruption in Hush River Valley Ice Cave. Yeah, look, most of the time it's kind of dark anyway, so I guess I never really noticed. Audio. They fixed audio not correctly fading in and out on load screens. Fix missing sound effects when a player suffers an ankle sprain. Fix issues where shooting certain trees with arrows would cause moose sound effects to play. Oh, I wish I had done that. Fix the issue causing wildlife audio to play when exiting a building. So that's actually quite a lot of effects. One of the big things is the cooking changes. Warning before eating raw meat. And really, that bear is, I think, is a big game changer as well. So actually go back to bleeding out now. And you won't have to sit out there and wait for him to die. But I guess that's everything for the patch notes. Also be on the lookout. Physical release is coming, I believe, September 4th. Physical edition for The Long Dark. Right. I hope you guys check out tomorrow's episode of The Long Dark Interloper. And I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video.